Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee, the JLeesCorner, and this is another review. Okay, y'all see the pictures, which is the thumbnail. I know sometimes the thumbnail is small, so I want y'all to see, you know what I'm saying, the thing that I put up here. So, again, thank you for tuning in. We see Mario, we see Reva, we see London, Ashima, Alexis, and Brent. And some of these people are not ready to love, okay? But let's start with the pleasantries, okay? Hey, look, last night the live was real, you know what I'm saying? What was it? Oh, never have I ever live. I was drinking on it as well, so I am very much so hungover. It took all my energy to put this lipstick on. I have not combed my hair, girl. Okay, but let's get through this review so I can go back and get in the bed. Okay, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird. Okay, dun. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Follow me on IG or Twitter. You know, J_Lees_Corner, all that stuff. Tommy met with the guy. The power is back in the guy's hands this week. So one girl has to go home, and he's sending them all on a group trip. Okay, all the four men and the five women are all going out together to, what was it going to, it was somewhere, it was outside of Atlanta, like up in a cabin in the woods somewhere, you know what I'm saying, a whole little getaway. Now the cabin they went to, the little lodge thing, it was a huge, it was amazing, it was beautiful. I was like, oh, that's where you go when it's, you know, a group of people. Anyway, I think either Reva or Shima going home, mainly because no tea, no shade, but no one wants Reva. Okay, and then for Ashima only is liked by Darren. None of the other guys is checking for Ashima. So it has to be between one of them who was going home. So they get out there. Okay, they get out there, whatever, and conversations begin to be had. Now, London out here acting like Alexis, you know, should only focus on him. I just want her to focus on me or whatever you're saying. Him how he don't understand how all of a sudden Brent likes Alexis because like Brent had his arm around Alexis or whatever. And I'm like, London really feel like he that deal and nobody can like anybody he likes. I get what he mean by like where it came from, because I don't know either. But I think it came from the fact that he himself has not made any, you know, decision. So Alexis out here flexing her muscle. I mean, it was what it was. Now Alexis, because well, I wasn't trying to make you jealous, because Alexis said how she saw him like make a face when he saw, you know what I'm saying, Brent's arm around her. And she's like, well, I wasn't trying to make you jealous. Like, you bet not be. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? You ain't talking to me. And Alexa said she feel like sometimes that he uses humor to kind of throw her off or whatever. And she wished he would stop doing that and he would just kind of get serious. You know, serious. Look, London is a playboy. Okay, London is fully a playboy. London, you know, to me is an attractive gentleman. I don't like, he's in a Coogee sweater, okay, with 18 chains around his neck. I'm like, I feel like all of this is from at least 15 to 20 years ago. I think that is old jewelry, and that's definitely an old Coogee. It looks old to me. And I'm like, do people still wear Coogee now? I mean, people wore Coogee when I was in high school. Okay, that was 19 years ago. So I'm looking like, bruh, look, if he would have had this one chain on, cool. But you have like 6 chains on at a cabin. At a cabin, bruh. I just don't like, I don't, London is trying to make it seem like, oh, I really want a special connection with someone. No, you want to be fly and look fly and have someone fly on your arm, but I don't think he's flying in real life. I think he's an attractive man who's used that to his advantage, and that's why he's also single. But I digress. Okay, so that nothing happened with that or whatever. They both, you know, she like he keep playing games or whatever, and he feel like I need her to focus on me. I can't focus on you because you're not focusing on me. You're focusing on me and Divine. I'm just saying, you're Divine. So we then see Shima. Shima brings up how she isn't insecure about Darren liking Tiny or wanting to get to know Tiny. Her thing is she was upset that she didn't get that information from Darren. You know what I'm saying? Her issue was Tiny told her something that she did not know. And I can feel that. You don't sometimes want to find out stuff from other people. You want to find it out from the source, okay? But I mean, Tiny was the source because, anyway. But, that's her main issue was that, what I'm saying, Tiny let her know something that she did not know, and she felt like she should have known that from whoever else. So we then see Tanya, Shima, and Darren sitting in the kitchen, okay? In the kitchen, I'm saying, just hanging out or whatever. And Tanya like, okay, so what's going on or whatever. So, Darren brings up how, he has the best connection or has had the best connection so far with Ashima. Okay, he said, but he do want to get to know Tanya. Ashima feel like, okay, you playing both. You trying to keep a little safety net somewhere around here. Okay, somewhere around here. And I'm like, I think it's crazy that no one has. Look, Tandy and Mario was a couple. Ashima and Darren could be a couple too if Darren was out bullshitting and act like he want to get to know Tandy because he's upset that Ashima don't like dogs. That's what it is. Shima don't like dogs, so Darren feel like, okay, she don't like dogs, so I can't be with her, whatever. So I need some kind of backup plan. And since, Mario say he like Reva, let me, get on to Tiny and see if something can happen. I think it's all bullshit, but it's just me. So Shima bring up, because what you say, I feel like you straddling the fence. Like you know what I'm saying? You kind of teetering between us two, and I don't know how I feel about that. And Darren becomes an asshole, in my opinion. He becomes an asshole. When you beating a dead horse, I'm saying, you keep talking about the same thing. You only want things to be said how you want them said. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what are y'all arguing for? And I feel like Darren just isn't hearing Ashima, and Ashima also, in a certain way, isn't being honest in how she feels. She's not being as boisterous as she should. Okay, and so because he's upset in some kind of way that she's saying, like, I don't appreciate how you're still, because I'm focused on you, but you're trying to say that I'm your most best connection, but you still want to get to know somebody else. I don't understand that. So now they kind of go back and forth or whatever. I'm like, girl. He then say, well, just stop talking about it. Okay, I won't bring it on Darren. That's good news to me. Darren is an asshole. And about them damn dogs. It's about them damn dogs. It's really all that it is. Him and Ashima was cool until he found out and she showed him in person how she don't like dogs. That's really all that it was. So then we do see Shima go talk to Alexis about the whole thing. Because the whole time they was in it talking, Tandy was just in it quiet as a church mouse, okay? She didn't really say much. She let them two just kind of fight it out. Because it was an argument. It was an argument. And I felt like Ashima kind of backed down from it and left it alone. Like, all right, whatever. I won't bring it up no more. But when she talks to Alexis about it, she brings up how, Darren hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Basically ignoring the fact that I don't like the fact that he's choosing to talk to somebody else. And, that hurt my feelings. And, you know what I'm saying? And then makes it seem as if she tripping because she has an issue with it. And that's what he was doing. He was like, oh, well, if you are upset that I want to talk to Tiny, something wrong with you. And I'm like, anybody who is like, oh, fine, yeah, go get to know somebody else besides me. No one would say that. No one. I'm just saying. And I think because Darren also don't have anybody else. Cause I don't think Tiny really likes Darren. I think she wants to entertain Darren, just in case, she thinks that, Mario may really deal with Reba. We know that's not gonna happen. But I think it's crazy that, he don't get her frustration with it or whatever. So, she brings up how, like, I don't like feeling hurt. And that's one reason why I'm single, because when someone makes me feel that way, I kind of like let them go because I don't want to be hurt. She realized I think being hurt shows weakness. I don't want to ever want to seem weak. I was raised by a strong woman. I am a strong woman, and I'm also in the male-dominated industry. So Ashima gonna have to let go of that. If I'm hurt, I'm weak. No, you're not weak. You're human. You know what I'm saying? You're really, and she is like fighting to not. She's really fighting to not be hurt. That's really what it is or whatever. And she brings up how, I'm a strong person and just sometimes take people, you have to peel back my layers to get to my soft center. And I feel bad for Shima because I feel like Darren is an asshole. I really, really, really do. So we then see the men get up and they chit chat and talk or whatnot. And I'm like, this is some bullshit if I ever heard it. Okay, Darren brings up how he feel like Ashima, um what did he say? Oh, she may feel like I haven't really, focused on her or whatever. And so she has an issue with that. And I don't get why she has an issue. I said, that she's my number one. You said that and then followed it up by saying, but I want to get to know Tandy. It's the but that's the issue. But I'm like, man, it's stupid sometimes. London then chimes in. So, these women, wanted to choose this and want to choose that. And, they forget. We have to remember that they came in here with baggage from, past situations or whatever. He then says, and I'm just tired of having to prove myself. And I said, nigga, what? How have you proven yourself? You haven't even picked one person yet. You're still picking between two people and telling both of those people to pick you and to not worry about your other choice on the other side. You have not proven yourself at all. You can prove that you wear coochie sweaters and sparkly sneakers and got some old jewelry. That's proven. And you're bald headed. You're attractive. But you have not proven yourself to the point to where no one should question your antics. The fuck? I said, I, I wrote, nigga, what? I wrote that. Because I was like, oh, he's tripping. Okay, he is full of shit. Okay. Anyway, Darren then brings up how another issue he has, not even an issue, but the reason he is offended or hurt or does not want to accept Ashima's feelings towards what he doing or whatever because he watched his father cheat on his mother his whole life and he saw how much that hurt his mom. He says, so I made a vow, okay, that I would never, ever, 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 lie to him or whatever. I will always tell the women the truth. Okay, I will tell them the truth, whatever. So this is why he's angry that it seems as if Ashima as calling him a liar or he's being sneaky or cheating. I don't like that. Look. Just because you tell the woman the truth does not mean that your truth does not hurt her. And I think the issue is he doesn't get that what he's saying is hurting her feelings. It's not because she said, you did not tell me beforehand that you were interested in Toddy. That's my issue. He takes that as her saying you were cheating on me, you lied to me. Not that what you told me or what you did not tell me in enough time hurt my feelings. Your truth, Darren, does not mean it won't hurt. And it does not mean that people will not feel some kind of way. You can't tell someone something and then think they have no right to feel how they feel about it. I'm like, you sound dumb. And you never told her beforehand that you were feeling time. You did it after the fact because, again, she don't like dogs. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? And the men are sitting here acting as if, oh, the women need to allow them time to pick and choose or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because, they want to make the right choice. But what about the women's choice? If the woman has chosen you, she has to just sit and hope you choose her back. Girl, bye. We then see Divine, Reva, and Tiny having a little conversation. I'm like, oh, it's going to be some mess. So Reva brings up how Mario tells her one thing. He'll say he like her. He say he wants to get to know her, whatever. He say he wants to see where it can go. But his actions does not follow his words. Reva, because you're a robot. You're a Vembot. Okay? You are very emotionless. And I think I think it's the wig. I think you wear your wig too much and we don't know what the real you is. And I think the fact that you always look exactly the same, your makeup is always the same, your hair is always the same, I feel like no one can get a true representation of who you are underneath it all. And so I feel like you have a mask on. And it's something about you that no one knows what's real and what's fake. Okay, you're a Vimbot. Anyway, she then brings up how no, Tiny then says to Reva, well, since we friends, okay, since we friends, we've known each other for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It's weird that we vibe with the same man, okay? She then says, if Mario told me that you were the one, I would, back down because we were friends. And because we're friends, if he said that, I would just bow out. Reva then says, well, we strong associates, but I don't think we friends or whatever. Like, we don't talk on the phone. We don't pour into each other. We don't, we don't do any of that I think friends do. I don't call this anybody a friend. Now, I think Reva don't understand, too, what an associate is or what she thinks it is. She thinks it's like one step below a friend. And an associate is someone you know of. Like, I know of the person, I know they exist, and I can say, hey, that's so and so, but I don't fuck with you. Like, I don't, I can say hi, I can say bye, but I don't fuck with you. You're an associate, man. Like, I don't, yeah, who? Oh, yeah, that girl, I know her, but we not, it's not shade, but if you said about a person who you have communicated with for over 5 years, it's not like a coworker who we've been working at the same job for 5 years and I see you walk through the office all the time, but I don't know you. But we're like, you my coworker, and I can say, well, I've said hi and bad, and that's really it. So I think Reva just don't get what she meant because Tanya felt like, oh, well, okay. She felt like it was a jab. I mean, it was or whatever. So she said, well, that's fine or whatever. But also, still, even if you feel like we're associates, there's some boundaries that, I'm saying, one shouldn't cross or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be homie hopping. You know what I'm saying? That's how I move. So clearly, these two see things two different ways. Tanya also felt like Reva is downplaying their friendship based on them both like a Mario. And I said, well, I mean, it could be not. Who knows? So Reva like, well, I don't know what she want me to say. Like, but we not friends. I don't believe Reva. I don't believe Reva when she said they weren't friends. I don't. Mainly because, um, I just don't. I don't. I don't think it has much to do with Mario. I think it has much to do with their relationship as two friends. They may be frenemies. You know what I'm saying? But it's something up in there that I don't know. So Tanya then brings up how, well, you and Divine, you say Divine your friend, but you've known her for less than a month. Okay, how have you known me for 5 years, and you've known her for like a month or so, whatever, and y'all are friends? Well, it's not about how long you've known someone. It's about the relationship and the connection. And I agree. I agree. It is. If I talk to somebody every day for a month, I'm probably closer to them than I am to someone I've known for 5 years that I never talked to. I think that's true. However, I don't think that Reva and Tanya has like never talked. It's something about how the way they had that conversation that lets me know y'all friends. Period. Because I wouldn't pour that much into a discussion if you're an associate. Just saying. Anyway, Alexa, well, I think that, associate is a shady term. And when she said that, then they're like, well, I think this and I think that. Clearly, Reva and Tanya are on two different pages, but they will both want the same penis. And I think the penis ain't even worth it. But I mean, that's on them. But, you know what I'm saying? But associate really means it's someone that you don't fuck with. And I said, well, that's the truth. Okay? Boom, right there. Now, we then see the men come back from outside chit chatting, and Ashima in the kitchen cooking, and Ashima tells them, "Ooh, y'all miss some drama. Y'all miss some drama." I'm like, Ashima, mind your business, okay? Leave it be, but leave it alone, but just stop it. But when she mentions that Tanya and Reva got into a little dispute, Mario then goes and try to play damage control. Okay, so he goes and talks to Reva first, and she brings up how, me and Tanya talked 2 days ago, like on the phone or whatnot. Because he like, I know Tanya considers you a friend, so there's something going on there. And she said, we talked on the phone a couple days ago, and you know what I'm saying, I told Tanya to be careful about you. He like, what? I just advised her to be careful, whatever, so watch yourself when it comes to you. And then he said, well, why would you do that? Like, every time I say something, you use it against me. And so I just, why would you warn Tanya against me? Like, that's just weird. He brings up how people was saying, like, why you still mess with her if she doing A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, meaning why you mess with Reva, which makes her feel like, well, that's why I kind of said watch out for you, because I can't trust you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You take things, like, you would say things to me, but then go and say other things to the people. Like, why are you even talking bad about me to them? Like, why would they say why it was her unless you're making me seem like I'm a bad person? And I said, again, I don't think Reva's a bad person. I think Reva is just surface level stuff. Like, real, you know what I'm saying, basic stuff or whatever. She's not really trying to give anybody who she is, and I think that's why he thinks she's different. However, he should not technically be dogging her to other people because I don't think she's a bad person. I just think she ain't made for this show and she ain't ready to love. But that's just me. Okay, I keep saying ain't. Anyway, it gets to the point where they kind of going back and forth or whatever, and they both over it. He's over trying to figure out why she feel like, you know what I'm saying, he can't be trusted. She's over him telling her, I like you, I want to get to know you better, but he don't. So they over it, and so he get up, he walk out. I say, Lord Jesus. And she just left sitting, looking like a robot. I mean, she was, girl, she looked like New York Polar from, y'all know New York, from Flavor of Love. Look at that. I mean, it's sitting up there, like, it ain't gonna work out. I can see it now. I just rest to go. And I'm like, because, girl, I told y'all it's between Reva and Nashima, if you ask me. And I feel like they both over it because, again, she's a Vembot and he is just straddling the fence for no reason. I think it's because he wanted to get it, he wanted the most screen time. One of the most screen time. So Mario then goes to talk to Tiny. And what I did not like is when he went to talk to Tiny, he kind of worded what Reva said wrong. He said, well, stay calm. Stay calm. I heard you and Reva got a little dispute or whatever. And what she said to me was that, you called her to have her warn you about me. And I'm like, that's not what Reva said. And I get men are dumb and he maybe don't know how to play phone tag or whatever. And he may have just said it wrong. I'm not sure. But, it's like, that ain't what happened. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what happened. Tiny then said the exact same thing Reva said. We were on the phone. We did have a conversation or whatever. And Reva kind of offered up this warning about you. Okay, that's what happened. I didn't call her asking for any kind of intel on you. And that's what he made it seem as if, like, Reva said that Tiny called Reva to get some information, and that ain't what happened or whatever. So, I'm like, girl, I don't care. But she brings up how, we not friends or whatever. But if she didn't know, if we not friends, why would she call me and warn me about you? And I'm like, y'all is really up here arguing and fussing over Mario? Over Mario? I mean, I don't like it. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's stupid. The women are up here fussing and arguing and having disputes over the men. Reva should not be fussing and arguing over Morgan because she know he don't even really want her. Anyway, Darren then said he wants to clear the air with Ashima because he does not like to argue, but he likes to have resolutions. People get on my nerves who say I don't argue. A good argument fixes things, okay? Not an all the time argument, but sometimes, an argument, sometimes it's just a disagreement to where two people have two opinions that don't match. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I think anyone who acts as if, he is just can't have any conflict, that's why he's single. Period. Okay, so he says that he feels like him telling Ashima in front of Tiny that Ashima was his number one should have been enough for her, but it must not have been. He like, so what can I do to make you feel better? Okay, and then with Darren, trust is earned. It is earned, Darren. And Darren then said, I didn't know that, and I feel like trust should only be earned unless you lose someone's trust, and when you meet someone, they should be given the burden of trust. No, I don't trust anybody when I first meet them. That's not, you can't trust strangers. You can't trust strangers. And he then asked her, well, what have I done to lose your trust to where I need to gain it back? And then she again said, well, look, I told you, you didn't tell me that you were still texting Tiny, okay? And so, that affected me. That you didn't tell me that, you know what I'm saying, at that time or whatever. And so now he's basically upset. Like, he's visibly upset and kind of arguing with her and not really listening and taking in what she's saying. And it's so fucking frustrating, okay? He too busy trying to not be the bad guy, but you're still being the bad guy by not just shutting up and listening and girl, whatever. She then admits, like, look, I just don't want to be here and look like I'm getting played. That ain't what I want or whatever. Okay, now it makes sense. What I would say is sometimes we do have to spell things out like ABC to people because they too dumb to read between the lines or just get what you mean by stuff. And Darren's one of those people. Okay, he then said like, I'm not trying to play you at all. I care for you, whatever. I like you. Da, 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 da. And he apologizes or whatever, and they hug and they kiss or whatever. Now and they made up. Now I will say how they embrace and hug and kiss, they have a connection. There's chemistry there for sure because I don't think I've ever seen any other two people besides Tiny and Mario who have just kind of embraced each other and kissed that way to where it wasn't awkward, and they're like, okay, this is what we do when the camera's ain't around, and so that I think is cool. But he's still an asshole. Brent talks to Alexis and they say they vibe, and I say, since when? Since how? Since where? Who? Girl, I was like, okay, and I'm like, why? I still don't understand why all the men like Alexis. I don't. I really, 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 really don't. And how she really just likes London. And the only reason she giving anybody else any play is because London likes Divine. I'm just so confused. Mario and London talk whatever, both saying how they both like two different women and both of the women they like are just two different people or whatever, who aren't the same, and how they don't want to hurt either lady, and they trying to get to a point where they can see which one won't work. Well, girl, I don't care. London brings up how Divine is his strongest connection or whatever. She's his ride or die. And this is how what Alexis thinks that is so weird, like a roller coaster or whatever. And so Mario said, "We know Divine is your ride or die. Like if she's your, you should deal with her because that's the most common sense thing that Mario has said this whole episode or this whole series or whatever." But no, London still wants to kind of see what's going on. Now Reva then walks up and she says to Mario how, because then London walks away and let them chit chat or whatever. And he says he feel like he's chasing Reva. He's like, I'm consistently chasing her. She kind of has not let her guards really down or whatever. And the more strong his connection gets to Tiny, the more Reva shrinks into herself. And I said, because she's a fembot. Okay, her program don't work that way. And then she said, well, I think that you and Tiny should be together. And I may have skipped the part, but I didn't see any other talk about that. I don't know. I don't know what happened at that. Because we then see Brent say how he's more interested in Alexis. They have a better connection. And I'm looking like, when did this happen? When did I don't understand it. The one time Alexis and Brent went on a date, Alexis said wasn't nothing there. Like they went out on a date, a full-fledged date, and she said he was too closed off or whatever. And I feel like, so did Divine open up Brent, and then Alexis slid into the home plate and got the remnants of that opening up? What? Because he was closed up before Divine, and now all of a sudden I'm like, what? I'm confused. Girl, I'm so fucking confused. But you know what I'm saying? So he said, I'm going to go into a divine that, you know what I'm saying? I want to close this chapter. I said, well, at least he's being honest and he wants to kind of be straightforward of what's going on. So he goes to her, whatever, and divine, like, yeah, it's kind of weird being here, whatever, all the connections or whatever, because, me and Alexis both like the same people and the same people like us. And so we just never know how things are going to go. He's like, oh, yeah. Well, I just want to focus on Alexis. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to, lead you on or whatever. And I'm like, well, at least he was honest. He's the first guy that said, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have you thinking it may be you too. I want to solely focus on Alexis. And I'm surprised because I felt like Brent and Divine would become a couple and London would choose Alexis. Girl, joke was on me. But she said, I appreciate you like not having no games or whatever. And you have played this game well to where you haven't really stepped on anyone's toes. And you know what I'm saying? I like that. Two grown adults, two adults having a conversation, saying what they want. Okay? I don't mind it. So when London and Alexis talk, she like, you dropping the ball. You are allowing other men to take care of me, okay? And Brent Bangley has been focusing on just me. And London out here with them damn chains on. What is that? No, I don't have enough. With them damn girl, just them chains on and just giving her a line. Girl, I like you, girl. I need you to just focus on me. You make me smile when I don't want to smile. I'm like, what? Where you get what? Girl, I don't like London. I don't. I feel like London is full of shit, and he just has a list of lines in his head to play every time either Divine or Alexis want him to make a choice. He just kind of, I'm going to put my little deep voice on it, look them in their eyes and say, girl, don't worry about the other girl. It's only about me and you. I don't care. I just don't care. And I'm like, he's in a Coogee sweater. Fuck him. Girl, all up and through. Anyway, so, she then brings about she's getting closer to Brent and further from London. Well, act on it. And just tell London, I'm good. Love, please enjoy. You are the biggest link. Goodbye. Just do that. So we then see back where Margaret and Bree were talking or whatever. Divine walk up and she brings up how, London's full of shit. Basically. Okay, he played too much. He played too much. And then we see more people coming down to the little campfire or whatever. London then goes on to how, I don't want to tell either girl they're number two. Okay, because if I tell one of them they're number two, I don't want them to, do more things to try to get to number one that would not be authentic. But you telling both girls they number one is not authentic, brother. It's just not, okay? And so I want them both to feel equal. But they're not equal. You like one more. He wants a choice. He wants to have choices. He don't want to pick. He don't want to pick because he has no choice, and he feels like because he has two girls who and it's the end of the game or whatever, he ain't going nowhere. They should both send his ass home. I'm just saying, send his ass home and then send Alexis home with them, and then divide and branch with a couple. But I know it ain't gonna happen. He brings about I just don't want to put any labels on anyone on this journey. Now, as he's talking, both Divine and Alexis both looking like this is some bullshit if I ever heard it. I cannot believe this. This is some fucking just bullshit, okay? And so Divine, like, I'm just sick of motherfuckers not making their minds up. And I'm saying, I'm about to make up my mind for them. And I say, girl, please do. Please say goodbye, London. Goodbye, okay? And so Alexis is frustrated. So she gets up and she walks away with Brent. Because Brent said, I can feel that she was pissed off just about what he was saying. So, she like, I just don't like the bullshit. Like, I don't like the bullshit or whatever. And it's just crazy. So Brent like, well, I'm 10 toes down with you. I'm saying, I ain't going nowhere. I'm here for you. I say, see, Brent did what no other man in this game did. He told the other girl, I'm gonna focus on this one girl, and then told that one girl, I'm focusing on just you. This is who Alexis should put her energy into if she really likes him. Don't put your energy into him just because London may not pick you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stupid. Anyway, at this point in time, so London get up and he leaves from the little campfire, whatever. Mario get up, he leaves from the campfire too. And London brings up how I care for Alexis. You know what I'm saying? So seeing Brent talk to her, it bothers me. He then gets up and as he sees Brent and Alexis talking, he said, hey, Alexis, can I talk to you real quick? She's like, sure, what? He then asks Brent to leave. And Brent like, man, like we talking. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful, like it's rude or whatever. I do think he could have walked up and said, you know what I'm saying, when y'all are done talking Alexis, I need to holler at you. But he did kind of walk up and trip into a situation, and I was really hoping to see Brent and London get into a scuffle. Even if it's over Alexis, I want to see a scuffle. I want to see who can fight. I just did. But it goes off with Brent saying, like, I ain't got time for no disrespect, and I can go from 0 to 100 real quick. And I said, well, let's see what's going to happen. So that's how it went off. We don't see who's going to go home. They was all still sitting there, whatever. Unless I'm tripping, because I didn't see anyone go home. And the next episode looks really, really good. So we shall see. Anyway, y'all, I'm done. Nap time. Peace.